Salutations, respected viewers. This is George from Ireland, and this is about Royal Ascot. You can see some people over there dolled up in their tail suits, dresses, hats, toppers for men, who are going to Royal Ascot. So what is Royal Ascot? It's something that goes on once a year. Ascot, a town about 20 miles to the west of London. So there's horse races from Tuesday to Saturday. 5 days of horse races. Now there are races the year round in Ascot because in this country it hardly ever snows. But Royal Ascot is just this week, which will be the week of Midsummer's Day. And there are 3 levels of Ascot. There's Ascot Royal Enclosure, then there's the Golden Circle, and there's the Silver Ring. Well, let's concentrate on the Royal Enclosure. In order to get in there, you must have an invitation, wear a badge. They'll have a little name badge here, and you can get it for 1 day, 2, 3, 4, or 5 days. Pay for it, and you'll get an invitation. Her Majesty's representative requests the pleasure of your company, blah blah blah, and I've received these. So you must be put up by someone who's been to Royal Ascot 4 consecutive years. I've only been thrice. You can propose for membership. Supposedly the establishment have ways of checking you out and can blackmail you if you're unsuitable, blackball you if you're unsuitable. Forgive the malapropism, or should I say paralepsis. Anyway, and then you go along. The races are only from about 2 o'clock to about 5 o'clock. When people get there from noon, people stay there for much later. So if you are going to the Royal Enclosure, you're paying something like £120 a day, and you must follow the dress code. Ladies must cover their shoulders and their back, although they can show an acre of cleavage. There's often a bit too much décolletage exploding out of these dresses, and these dresses or skirts may be just above the knee, and all the rest of it. The crown of the head must be covered by the hat. And there are a few thousand people at the Royal Enclosure. There are restaurants and bars, there are bookmakers, you can place bets there. There's some races. People don't go primarily for equestrianism, they're mainly there just to socialise. Well, you might have a flutter betting, watch the races. It's difficult not to get excited by the races as they thunder by. These for flat races for a few miles, and that's that. So get there very early because Ascot High Street is one big traffic jam that week. The railway station, there's a queue to even get into the railway station we were trying to leave. There's no point in leaving immediately after the race is over, so you might as well wait a few hours. People are socialising, the weather is very fine, people out there till the last light. What else should I say about it? If you can stay in a hotel very close, it's another good thing. So it's difficult to get into the Royal Enclosure. However, if you're a citizen of a foreign country, you can apply to your embassy or High Commission, even just a couple of months beforehand, and possibly get an invitation that way. One off, you can't do that every year. You're not allowed to take photos or film in the Royal Enclosure. If you need to do that, you can go out. By the way, from the Royal Enclosure you can go out, come back in as many times as you want in the day. People who are in the Royal Enclosure are allowed to go to the Golden Circle or the Silver Ring. People from the Golden Circle or Silver Ring are not allowed into the Royal Enclosure. There's no dress code for the Golden Circle or the Silver Ring. Some people choose to wear morning dress, like this gentleman behind me. I don't know if he's going to the Royal Enclosure, probably. And anyone who pays can go to the Golden Circle, it's cheaper. Likewise, the Silver Ring is cheaper than that again, and anyone can go who buys a ticket. So that's that. It's a fabulous day out. People dressed in their finery, enjoying some British tradition, and socialising, things like that. It's the week when this country proclaims its fullest glory. And at the end of the day, there are patriotic sing-alongs, and there's an army band playing there. It's called Royal Ascot because Her Majesty the Queen is there, and she and the royal family are in horse-drawn carriages, and they arrive up the race course, and then they go into their royal box. So that's that. So it's the only time I've been quite close to the Queen, about 10 metres from the Queen, way back in 2000. And I also saw the last Empress of India, the kind of thing that I can say to the end of my life. I was in the presence of the Empress of India, just a few metres away from her. Hard to believe that such a person even existed, and it was only about a year and a half before she died. That's Elizabeth II's mother, the Queen Mother, also named Elizabeth. So that's Royal Ascot. Races there all through the year, but Royal Ascot is only this week, and I'm talking about the Royal Enclosure. It's the week the Queen goes, so that's that. Meant to be the very top people who go. I'm not posh, even I managed to go. If you can wangle an invitation, so you're there to socialise, not to take photos or film. As celebrities and VIPs, they want to relax away from prying eyes. I'll switch it off now. Here's their train taking them to Ascot.